Hi everybody, it is Julie and I am here with the beginning of my ContemporaryAthon weekend edition reading vlog. Let's jump right into it. First things first, it is Thursday. I'm starting my vlog now because I actually have a full face on. Typically, my day on Friday is I go to work until about 9 o'clock and then I come home and I have a break till 3. But because there are parent-teacher conferences, I actually am working through the entirety of my day, which means unplanned and unbeknownst to me, I do not get a massive break in the middle of my day to read. I knew and watched and adored Chelsea before we actually became friends. So it's fitting that the read-a-thon that we're doing for the weekend to commemorate our 3 years of friendship starts a little bit early because I already felt like I loved her before we even talked. Aww. Let me go over with you a couple of the things that I have to read and what I think I might be getting to. My early reading has not actually been that much, probably like 40 pages. Birthday by Meredith Russo. I took the cover off because I don't want to mess it up. I'm actually listening to this in audiobook and I'm on page 48. Not very far, but I did start that a little bit. Patreon peeps actually voted on 2 separate books. I gave them the option of Birthday, Girl Made of Stars, or The Last True Poet of the Sea, and for a while Birthday was winning, and then Last True Poet tied it. So I'm gonna get to both, hopefully. Fingers crossed. I'm kind of looking for things that might make me cry. I bought waterproof mascara just for this read-a-thon because we know that I'm a crier. I haven't been in the right place to actually read books that make me cry. Now I kind of feel like I can be. I'm kind of there. I'm ready for it. I have Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake, which has just been on my TBR for way too long. Last True Poet of Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. I really want to get to this one. I'm hoping it goes quickly, but it's a chunkier book. Heartstopper, Volume 2 by Alice Oseman, and I have not read that yet, which is just madness to me. I also have Starfish by Akemi Dawn Bowman. It's another one that I really wanted to get to. I don't know if I'm going to have time to, but that's tentatively on my list as well. The only one I have an audiobook for is Birthday by Meredith Russo. I also have All Eyes on Us in audiobook format, but I started listening to that and I don't love it. It's about a girl who's like high society and her boyfriend, and then her boyfriend is cheating on her with another girl who he thinks he's in a real relationship with, but that girl's only with him as like a beard because she's actually a lesbian and she belongs to an evangelical church, and her parents are trying to do like conversion therapy on her, so she's got a boyfriend to convince them to not do that, and she's just using him, but he thinks he's really with her, which means he's actually still cheating on his girlfriend as opposed to just like helping out somebody else. I don't love the premise. I also have The Astonishing Color of After here by Emily X.R. Pan. I do think if I'm going to read that, the audiobook is the best way to go about it, and I think that one might make me cry and still stick with my like tears theme because I want all the tears. Will I get to all these? Probably not. My main 3 are going to be these 3 as far as like physical books, and then for graphic novel, definitely this one. If I can finish the 4 of them, the weekend is a massive success because that's more than I've read. With the exception of my crazy erotica vlog, that's more than I've read all month. I have not been reading. I want to really enjoy all of these. So here's my intro. It's time for ContemporaryAthon Weekend Edition. Let's see how I do. It is 9:30 on Thursday night. I got to page 60 in Birthday by Meredith Russo. Still all audiobook. The Last True Poets of the Sea. And I got to page 75 in that. About 60 to 75 pages into 2 books. I'm gonna go write for a little bit and then I'll be back Friday. I'm actually really excited to take a break from writing and to give myself permission to just read. So I'll see you tomorrow. It's been a day. Today's technically day 1 of ContemporaryAthon Weekend Edition, and it's 5:15 and I'm just getting home. I haven't done any reading today. I'm gonna put in my AirPods and I'm gonna redo my shelves. I've got my lights ready to roll. These 2 you can see when I film, and those 2, and then part of this one. So what I think I'm gonna try to do is get the middle 6 shelves like right here that you can see when I'm filming. I'm going to attempt to get them to be red and white spines so they look like candy canes, maybe green and white, festive as possible, but I need to take everything off, see what my colors are, because like I've got Eliza and Her Monsters, which is green, and I've got like red ones because Victoria Schwab. I'm gonna try to see what I have in red and green themes, and then I have a whole bunch of Christmas wrapping paper, and if I run out of options, I'm gonna just wrap my books. I might also just take off like dust jackets so that the white of the spine shows, or the red of the spine shows. We've got something like All the Bad Apples, which doesn't necessarily have a red spine. The book is red, so I might just take off some dust jackets. If I can avoid wrapping my books, I would like to. We're gonna see if that's possible while I listen to some audiobook. Okay, let's start this. Also, I'm not super happy with the state of my bookshelves right now. All of the clutter, all of the things on there. And with the exception of my Labyrinth stuff, I'm kind of over the Funko Pops, which I know is like blasphemy, but I am. See how this goes. I'm gonna work on some Christmas lights. I got to page like 186 in Birthday, but I do have a couple things to unbox, and I figured I'll just do it right now because I needed like a little bit of a break. That was more labor intensive than I wanted it to be. Let's jump into this. I have two different things. This is Tentacle. Tentacle reached out to me and asked me if I'd be interested in showcasing one of their products, and I said heck to the yes because I need it, and I figured if I need it, maybe some of you need it too. So I accepted. Their branding, by the way, is hilarious. It's very like tongue-in-cheek. What we have is literally a suction cup tentacle, and this holds your camera and it'll stick to the wall. It'll stick to like the side of your bookshelf. I figured while I vlog this weekend, this would actually be perfect because I get really tired of holding my camera sometimes, and I need something that does it for me, and I kind of want to be hands-free, but I don't want to have to get my tripod out all the time. So right in here is actually a little screw, and you can mount your camera if I want it to do that. But I think I'll probably just use this to do phone footage, but it's legitimately a giant tentacled thing that you can then position however you want. Where's my phone? It will just hold my phone, and I can put this on like, I don't know, the bookshelf or something. But there we go. I could technically just film with that now because it's like stuck. So the side of this bookshelf is actually like my bed, so I figure I can vlog that way while I'm reading. I love this as just like an option for actually vlogging a little bit more and a little better while I'm reading. So if you are interested in grabbing one of these, it like legitimately bends a ton of different ways, and it will hold a regular camera. You could take this and wrap it on like a backpack if you're just out and you want to vlog somewhere. Tripod it like this and have it up if you wanted to like watch something in bed. There's a ton of different ways you can bend this thing. It's like super, super bendy. So I'm actually really excited to keep using this. Stay tuned because I will be using this while I vlog this weekend. Like I said, if you're interested in one of these, the link is down below, and I'm really, really excited to give it a go. I will report back throughout the vlog as I use that. But I also caved and I made a ColourPop purchase. I have not bought makeup in a very long time, but recently I cleaned out a whole bunch of stuff that was just old and I knew I probably shouldn't be using anymore. So what I picked up was one of their ColourPop eyeliners. I love their eyeliners. They stay really, really nicely in my waterline. I don't use it on my bottom waterline, but I do use it to tight line my upper lashes just to thicken up my lash line. This is just their gel liner in black, which is the color Swerve. I've had it before. I really, really like it. So I repurchased it because I'm almost out of the one that I'm using right now. And then this is not the most exciting thing in the world because I just got like one palette. And I got the Going Coconuts palette. It is super basic, like really, really basic. That's kind of what I needed. It's what I've been going through the fastest in my single shadows and in my other palettes. Look at that palette. This actual whole middle row is shimmers. These are matte and these are matte. This one actually has a little bit of shimmer in it as well, but this whole row is shimmery, and I think I can do some really great looks with this. Yeah, that's a really pretty like taupey brown. I don't technically need new makeup, but I really wanted to try these colors. Now I'm gonna put up some lights and then I'll show you what I'm working with. I wrapped some presents, I did what I could. This is my layout. Somehow I blanked out and I put on YouTube videos and I didn't actually read while I was doing this portion. I didn't listen to my audiobook. So it's 7:30, I haven't had dinner. I'm gonna go eat. My goal for the rest of the night is gonna be to finish this and start something else. And then I for sure want to move on to Heartstopper because this is one that I really, really want to get to as well. And I've promised you tears, so we're gonna see what I can do. But for right now, I'm happy with my setup. Grandma came through with light up Christmas trees. How cute are they? I'm hanging out with the Ravenclaw common room, just listening to ambient noise while reading Birthday. So back to that. It's not tears, but you can see I got some watery eyes. I have about 10 pages left of Birthday, like not much at all. It's so precious, it really is. Oh, I really do like it, but I had to laugh because I just sent a text message to a couple people. In this, one of the characters says that they started a YouTube channel with 5,000 subscribers and over 1 million views on every video they upload. I'm like, that's not how YouTube works. I'll check back when I'm done. All right, now we have them. It got me. I'm not even done still. I've read like 3 pages since the last time I checked in. No, shit. Okay. No, okay. Shit. Book 1 is down. It's 9:30 on Friday night. I finished Birthday by Meredith Rousseau, and unsurprisingly, it's a 5-star read. I mean, you definitely saw me like tear up at the end there, but that was more to do with Morgan's mom than anything else. But it is a beautiful story. I really like her writing style. I love Eric and I love Morgan, and reading about them was really nice. And it's definitely, you know, it's definitely up there for the year. A 5-star book, not a bad way to start at all. But like I said, it's only 9:30 and my goal is to read as much as possible tonight. So I'm going to keep continuing with Last True Poets of the Sea. I'm going to let myself enjoy just reading tonight. I'm on part 2 of The Last True Poets, page 111. We're going to keep going with this and I will check in. It is 11 o'clock and even though I have not been reading for that long, it feels like I've been reading for forever. I did read a little bit more of Last True Poets. I'm on page 174, so I read about 63 pages and I'm starting to just get a little bit like brain weary. I just feel like I'm not concentrating on this the way that I want to be. So I'm going to finish this tomorrow. And I think I'm going to pick up something a little bit easier to read. I think I'm going to pick up Heartstopper for a little bit tonight. It turns out I'm just a gushy, gushy soft person because I'm sitting here and just crying my damn eyes out. I'm delivering on the promise. The promise of the premise. I told you that this is going to be a vlog where Julie just cries. And I am 2 for 2. 2 books down, 2 tears. Heartstopper is actually so precious. And volume 2 is no different than volume 1. But stuff happens in this one and it just makes my heart so happy. And like it's just really, really cute. It's really, really sweet. And last time I finished one, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for the next one. And everybody told me it's a webcomic. I can go online and read it. I kind of almost like delaying the gratification of reading it, which is ridiculous because it's so precious and all I want to do is read the next one right away. I haven't gotten to the official end of this, so I don't know if it's going to have like a little cliffhanger like the last one, but oh, my heart. So it's midnight. It's just after midnight. It's 12:03 and I'm going to finish this up. I literally have like a couple pages and then I'm going to be done for the night. And I think I'm going to get to bed and then wake up tomorrow and hopefully get a good day of reading in. And then I'll check in with you guys in the morning for day 2, Last True Poets, and hopefully Girl Made of Stars. We'll see how it goes. All right, okay, bye. Last night I finished Heartstopper Volume 2. And I really, really loved it. It was 5 stars, which was like not a surprise to anyone, I don't think. You guys saw me tearing up. I thought I had more pages left than I actually did. I literally had like 1 because there was like extras in the back and a little bit of artwork and stuff. But I did finish that. I just have my Christmas lights on because that's enough light for me for right now. It's early. It's not even 8:30 yet. But my apartment building just woke me up. Also, I'm mildly amused by my tissues, which remind me, and I can't help it, once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's like Song of Achilles tissues. Is it not? They kind of are. Anyway, I'm reading on day 2. Way too early because apartment life. Okay, here we go. My giveaway of my unplugged book box, M Chapters We Love 1, Lourdes. Yay, you get a box. Love that for you. And I will DM you. Congrats, my love. I did reach out to Lourdes and she said she was very, very grateful, very, very thankful because she's just a gem of a person. But she said, please pick another winner who could potentially not afford to get the box for themselves. So I'm going to pick another winner and we'll see who we get here. What? Who is it? It's Musicaskillikite. I'm going to go check and make sure that this person following me, because that's a thing I do. When I tell you I'm going to check, I mean I'm really going to check. Subscribed. She's subscribed to me. Let's go check Instagram. Alright guys, I checked Unplugged Book Box and she's following them. Checked myself and she's there as well. There she is on mine, because I can type. You won, and I will be reaching out to you. That much left of Last True Poets. I'm on page 320. I don't know how many there are. Maybe 390. So not too much left. Things are progressing. Things are moving along. I don't love it. I don't hate it. But it's not a 5-star book for me right now. I think there's an interesting sibling relationship. There's an interesting friend group. There's an interesting like found family aspect. The only problem is I don't really relate to or care about any of them. So there's Felix and Mariah, who are like outliers of the friend group, but it's really about, what the hell is our main character's name? I don't even know what her name is. The core of this story is Violet and her brother Sam and their family. And then she goes to live with her Uncle Toby. Violet comes in and then there's this like friend group there, right? And you guys know I'm a sucker for friend groups. You guys know I'm a sucker for sibling relationships. A friend group that's already kind of established. She comes in. I don't know that she betters it. The way that she's treating certain people within the group is not cool with me. I don't think that Violet's particularly likable. I can see what she's gone through and I can see what she's struggling with. But at the end of the day, the thing that she's doing with Liv and Orion is really super crappy, in my opinion. And no, she doesn't owe anybody anything. Communication is not that difficult. A lot of how she places blame on her downfall. The first time she drank, the first time she looked towards men or sex or physical intimacy to kind of distract herself from life was because of an outburst her brother had. So it kind of feels like all these horrible things that happened in her life were decisions that spiraled from behavior that her brother had. We're supposed to care about this sibling relationship, but at the end of the day, she's really just kind of not endearing. Like, and not everybody has to be super likable, but there's not a ton about her I like. I think I can see her trying to make changes, but with so many pages left in the book, she's still making decisions she knows aren't right and she could be doing better. At this point, it's maybe like a 3-star read, which might be harsh, but it's kind of middle of the road average, right? Like, I think this might break my streak. It might be a book that I just don't cry for. This is going to be the darkest vlog of life because I just kind of want to sit here with my shelf and not actually have other lighting on, which is probably not great for my eyes. Anyway, I finished obviously, The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake. Like 3.5 stars, maybe? I think the end did get a little bit better, and the end did have more like This Adventure Ends vibes, where like you have people that have a troubled past, so trusting other people to understand you and trusting other people to believe the best in you when you don't really believe the best in yourself yet is difficult. So her decisions make a little bit more sense. But overall, I didn't love it as much as I wanted to. I'll probably go 4 stars still, even though it's probably like a high 3.5. I'll go 4 because I do like the mental health rep, like seeing our main character who is like 6 feet tall and just a large girl who takes up a lot of room. Her height is definitely something that is a big identifier for her. She's pretty strong. I mean, she's definitely got her weaknesses, but she's a girl who can take those weaknesses and turn them into strengths, and I think that's really admirable. But there are a lot of trigger warnings in this. There is the death of a sibling. There is extensive alcohol use, drug use, drug and alcohol abuse, promiscuity, but like promiscuity to the point of self-harm. And what did I say at the beginning of this? Pretty sure I said that if I finished 4 books, I'd be happy. So my next book will be Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake. We will read and we will annotate and I will keep you posted. I just have a Harry Potter Christmas up there. 2 socks I can't find matches to. I'm doing a foot treatment on my feet. For those of you that don't know, it's like one of those like knockoff baby feet products where you put your feet in this botanical solution and then like 7 days later all your foot skin cracks and peels off and then your feet are baby smooth, except my feet are perpetually really dry and cracked. I sleep with lotion and socks, like my feet just get beat up. So I do this every now and then just to try to help myself out and get rid of a little bit of the dead dry skin around there because I don't have time for pedicures. And after they jacked up my thumbnail, I don't really want to go back to like salons. But I could totally relate to Liv in The Last True Poets of the Sea because apparently Liv also has some really gnarly, nasty, dry feet. And she's like, no, my feet are jacked. And I'm like, oh girl, I feel you. I will say that as I sit with the book a little bit more, the characters have flaws. You know, Liv is still described as this very wanted, desirable person, even though she's got these jacked up feet and acne on her face. And it's sweet. Like, that part of it is really sweet because it's real, right? I'm stuck sitting like this, though, while my feet just sit in these bags and cook. I feel like I'm prepping a turkey. Alright guys, I'm in outfit number 2. Clean PJs, out of my other clothes. Feet have been rinsed. We'll see in about a week if they actually peel. They will. I mean, I've done this before. Girl Made of Stars. I'm not very far. I'm 49 pages in. It's like 6:35. So much is being unpacked in this very, very, very early on. And you know the premise. You know that a girl who is our main character narrating the story, you know that her twin brother has been accused of raping a girl at her school, one of her friends, and then you're following the story from there. 49 pages in, the accusation's already been made, which feels really early because I don't really have a feel for the brother yet. I don't really have a connection to him yet, but I know it's not about him. It's about the girl, who I also didn't really have that much of a connection to yet. I know it'll come. I know this is not going to be an easy read. Is this the quality content that you guys have come for? It's just another update. I haven't done anything. Still in my pajamas. I did have dinner, which was very, very nice. And now I think I'm going to go get myself a little mug because I eat ice cream out of mugs. I'm gonna get a mug of ice cream. I don't know why, like a bowl is too much, but a mug feels just right. It's a thing I do. Anyway, Girl Made of Stars made more progress. I'm on page 117. So not a shit ton of progress, but you know, it's something. It's not an easy situation. It's really, really hard, but I am really enjoying the story. I'm on page 168, chapter 16. I'm connecting with our main character, Mara. I never know how to pronounce that. And I don't know if this book was supposed to be conflicting, like you were supposed to feel like the main character where you didn't know what to do, but I don't feel that way at all. So I'm not sure if that was like an intention or not, and I think I have to get to the end before I really find out what the author was trying to do with that whole thing, you know, because it is a difficult situation to have your twin brother be accused of sexual assault and rape and then have to choose and decide what to do between believing your friend, believing him, knowing something's wrong, knowing something's off, not being sure how to handle that because he is your brother. Disturbing, really difficult look at sexual assault, rape, a little bit of pedophilia. Was not expecting that, but a little bit of pedophilia in here as well. So just know that's happening. It's an important book, and I knew it was going to be going into it. So yesterday I gave you the tears that I promised. Today, no tears yet, but I will say it's like a heart heavy day. It's not been an easy read for either of the books today, even if I haven't gotten emotional yet. There's still potential. We will see. We've got it. We've got a rogue tear. I don't know if you can tell. A scene just took place that actually broke my heart at page, well, I'm on page 208, 209 right now, but that really got to me. It really, really got to me. Shit. The slut shaming and the victim shaming and the trauma. It is 10 minutes till midnight and I started reading Lumberjanes, but this shit is definitely not contemporary, so I am not gonna finish it right now. Also, I'm just eye tired. Like, my eyes are done with reading, so I'm gonna call it a night. I'll finish Girl Made of Stars tomorrow morning and see what else I can get done. And I've touched base with so many of you on Instagram and on Twitter and talked about your reading, so if you're not following me on my other social media promo, go check out the link down below. I've got all my social media listed down there. And then also, I'd be interested to know in a comment, do you like when people do readathons and then still mark the books that they read or didn't read on Goodreads? I always feel like I'm mildly spoiling my vlog because you're going to see what I read and what I rated them. Do I just hold off on actually rating everything until after the readathon vlog goes up? Do I just do it in like real time when I'm reading and not worry about it? Let me know your thoughts in a comment down below. But that's it for tonight, and I'll talk to you tomorrow for Sunday for the last day of ContemporaryAthon Weekend Edition. Good night. I thought I was going to get through the end of Girl Made of Stars and be like, oh, it was only one little tear. It wasn't that big of a deal. Oh, man, that ending comes for you. Like, I still have maybe like 3 or 4 pages, but wow. I don't know, I think as opposed to Last True Poets, like the sibling relationship in this, a kind of war with the two sides of yourself, right? Like they did something horrific, but they're still your brother and you still love them so much, and how do you reconcile those two things? And she is so strong, like so unbelievably strong. It is heartbreaking, but still so hopeful and so beautiful. Holy crap. I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to put on some makeup because I do have a family dinner later. And I haven't put on makeup since the beginning of this vlog. So I'm going to do that for the end. After reading this, I just want to read What Kind of Girl. I'm officially done with Girl Made of Stars, which is my 4th book for the readathon for the weekend. I am going to start What Kind of Girl, but first I'm going to do a little bit of makeup because I'm hoping right off the bat this thing doesn't make me cry. About a girl who shows up like bruised. I think her boyfriend was abusing her. Some girls want to rally for his expulsion, others want to rally around him. It seems like it's very similar to Girl Made of Stars. This is a 5-star read. I'm not surprised that it's a 5-star read. I've been waiting to get to it. I knew I was gonna love it and I just hadn't read it yet. Fuck, that was hard. It was really, really rough. You just want to like gather the whole book in a hug. Like the whole book just needs to be hugged and loved on. But it is day 3 of ContemporaryAthon Weekend Edition. I am here with a quick update for my reading vlog. I wanted to talk to you about the tentacle. I haven't included any of the footage that I used using this, but I do want to say this holds my camera on my phone no problem. I did try to like mount my actual camera just with the suction. Not wise. It was too heavy. Again, I have like a Sony 5100, A5100 I think, so it's a little heavier. I haven't played around with this mount yet just because I would have to take it off my tripod to then be able to use it on here, and I've been using my tripod for other things. If you're just doing like phone footage, I think this is fantastic. If I had the 11, I don't think it would be an issue, but right now I'm still rocking a 7 Plus, and the phone camera quality, especially with this like really yellow lighting, is just not good enough for me. And I don't want to include it in the vlog, but I do want to say I have been using this to take different footage. I even used it to FaceTime with my niece the other day, and it was really, really convenient. I could just kind of like mount it and have it be and sit there and talk to her. Super, super convenient, because if you've tried to do FaceTimes or even like an Instagram live or something, you usually have to hold it, or you've got to like find 1,000 different things to prop it up on. This works really, really well for that. So I just wanted to mention that because I told you I would check back in, and I haven't actually shown any footage using my phone and using this because It's just not great quality. I did want to say it is pretty awesome. Again, the link is down below if you want to grab yourself one. Really quickly, I just realized something that makes me feel like an absolute idiot. But Alyssa Scheinmel is actually also the author of A Danger to Herself and Others, which I read an e-arc of on NetGalley and really disliked. Let's see how this one does. Also, there are content warnings at the very beginning, even for the arc, depictions of dating abuse, bulimia, and self-harm. But if you have any kind of sensitivity to domestic abuse, dating abuse, bulimia, or self-harm, this may not be the book for you. And then I will read this and let you know what I think. Oh no. Oh no. Popular Girl is chapter number 1. So we open and it says, it's hard not to want to defend him. Maybe it was an accident. Or maybe it was justified somehow. Okay, I know. No girl deserves to get hit by her boyfriend. No matter the circumstances, it's never okay, etc., etc. I'm as much a feminist as the next girl. I'm all for the sisterhood. I'll wear my pink you-know-what hat and march for women's rights. But I'm not sure what that has to do with what's happening now, what's happening here at my school, or what's been happening for months according to the rumor mill. Which kind of makes me wonder why someone would wait so long to say anything. Which kind of makes you wonder how long a person can live with something like that. If maybe it doesn't really hurt that much. If maybe the person can get used to being hurt. Which kind of makes me wonder that if maybe, on some level, deep down, or right at the surface, I don't know, someone might actually like it. Oh. Now we know at the start of this book that there's going to be people defending him. People that think that the girlfriend is stupid for not coming forward. That's an odd choice for me personally to begin a book about domestic abuse and dating abuse on. Oh God, okay, here we go. I'm about a little shy of 100 pages in. And we have a couple different POVs. We have the popular girl, the girlfriend, the stoner, and the bulimic, trying to like weave different storylines and different people together. There's definitely parallels. There's definitely times where you think maybe this person's also this person, or this person's also that person, but still getting like different POVs. It's a little bit interesting, right? Like it's basically showing you all the different ways you can look at the situation, how it's affecting the school, how it's affecting the people that are around it. Because I was like, what the fuck? There was like a little bit of a twisty turn that left me shooketh. It's reading really fast, but so far I will definitely say this is a lot better than A Danger to Herself and Others. Not easy to read. It definitely talks about different kinds of abuse, different layers of abuse, systematic abuse. It kind of looks into why men hit women, and then also looks at like the stages of, you know, maybe it's pulling somebody too close, too hard. Maybe it's like pinching. Maybe it's leaving fingerprints because they're grabbing your arm. It's not always a closed fist. Sometimes it's a slap. It's easy to mistake those as just being overly excited or just a little bit too much adrenaline or being stronger than you. And the way that you can kind of excuse those things until maybe you can't anymore. And just like bad romance, which kind of covers the emotional side of that and how you can make excuses or have it be okay, or the flags are there but just so dim that you're like, what would I even say to somebody? How would I even express this in a way that like it makes me really uncomfortable, but to like say it out loud it sounds silly? And she's kind of saying, you know, I have my hair up in a ponytail when I'm going to tell the principal that this is happening to me, and are my classmates going to think that I have my hair up in a ponytail when I usually wear it down because I want my bruise to be more evident? And then if I let my hair down, will the principal then think that I pulled it back just to make the bruise more evident for her so she'd believe me, but now I'm hiding it with my friends? All these second guessings of yourself when you're going to tell somebody, and all the ways that they can find reasons to not believe you. And it's definitely a rough read. I am on page 157, and I'm going to call it there for right now because I'm heading out to a family dinner. But I do want to say there is a lot of very, very descriptive, almost fond thinking towards bulimia and purging. There's also a lot of description and discussion about cutting and self-harm. If you're at all sensitive to disordered eating disorders, and or self-harm, specifically cutting, I would say this probably is not the book for you. A very medical, clinical way sometimes of talking about bulimia and talking about cutting. There's also a lot of discussion about forums and other people and the way that they idealize bulimia or purging, and also the way that people describe cutting and the different kinds of cutters. So it's definitely detailed and descriptive, and while I think very valid, if it's at all triggering for you, do not read this. It's going way quicker than I thought it would, so depending on what time I get home from dinner tonight, I might still be able to finish it. I have just a tiny bit left of What Kind of Girl, and I can't believe I'm actually going to finish it. I really didn't think I was going to. It's 9 o'clock. It covers the topics in a way that is multifaceted. I don't think it is the healthiest descriptions, but I think that they're very real descriptions, and I do think that they're done with thought and care, even if they can still be triggering, because they're just triggering by nature, right? And there's a lot of inner dialogue with these girls about their self-harm and about the situations that they're in and trying to get out of, conflicted feelings that they have. And I think it's one that a lot of people are going to be talking about. It's not easy, and it's messy, because this shit is messy. I'm here with the end of my ContemporaryAthon vlog. It is 9:30 on Sunday. I have finished What Kind of Girl by Alyssa Scheinmel. I'm giving it 5 stars. No tears in that one. I finished 4 physical novels and 1 graphic novel. So 5 books this weekend, which is impressive. Again, I had a small head start going into Friday. Let's go over everything really quickly though. This is everything that I finished this weekend. I'm very impressed. I'm really, really happy with my reading. It's a solid amount of reading for 3 days. The first thing that I finished was Birthday by Meredith Rousseau, which was a 5-star read. I'm unsurprised that I loved it this much. Then I finished Heartstopper Volume 2 by Alice Oseman, another 5-star read. I'm just very, very soft for these boys. Then I finished The Last True Poets of the Sea by Julia Drake, and I gave this one 4 stars. Probably my true rating is 3.5, but I went ahead and 4-starred it on Goodreads. I'm glad that I have it. I'm glad that I read it. Girl Made of Stars by Ashley Herring Blake, which I 5-starred. This was another one that was really, really tough. It was really hard to read. Another one that featured very, very heavily on sibling relationships. Both of these books did very heavily focus on sibling relationships, which I really enjoyed. That was 5 stars, I think I said. Then I finished What Kind of Girl by Alyssa Scheinmel, and this one was a 5-star read as well. It unpacked a lot of stuff. The 5 things that I read this weekend, I had 4 5-star reads. That's pretty damn impressive. 4 5-star, 1 4-star. I really, really love them. It was a great reading weekend. Overall, I read 1,628 pages. 160 pages of that were audiobook. I feel like I'm in a really good headspace right now, despite reading really dark books. Taking time away from writing and just letting myself indulge in reading again, which I love so much, really helped. Knowing that this entire weekend of reading was because I love Chelsea and I have her in my life really helped. Thank you to everybody who is participating in our weekend edition. Being able to talk to you guys on Twitter, on Instagram, on Goodreads, just everywhere has been really fun this weekend. I look forward to the next round, full round, a week long of ContemporaryAthon, which will happen in February. Happens every year in February. And that's going to be it for my weekend round of ContemporaryAthon. Guys, I had such a great weekend. And I'm just so soft, and I love my Chelsea so much. I just feel so good. I can't believe I finished 5 books. I'm very proud of myself right now. So that's going to be all for me. I hope you guys have enjoyed this reading vlog. I know it's a long one. Thank you for sticking with me. If you stuck through this long, leave me a turkey emoji in the comments down below for my my feet wrap, where I said it looked like I was baking turkeys in those bags. And also because Thanksgiving's coming up this week if you're in the US. So leave me a turkey emoji if you've made it this long. If you did, you're the real MVP, and I love you. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. Click subscribe, click the notification bell if you want. Check out all my social media links listed down below. And that's going to be it. I will see all of you in my next video. Bye, guys.